Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade is officially garbage truck juice. And let me break it down. Mike Coppinger come out and reported that sources are indicating that Demetrius Andrade will fight Dusty Hernandez Harrison in a non-title fight on November 22nd on the DAZN undercard of Daniel Jacobs and Gabe Rosado. Demetrius Andrade is staying busy while he hopes to land a significant fight in 2021. Now, that is absolute garbage truck juice. I mean, you're facing a complete nobody. And a lot of people are asking, who is Dusty Hernandez Harrison? Well, let me tell you who he is. This guy is a certified Uber driver. That's right, the guy you see delivering your Grubhub. This guy, over his last 4 fights, if you look at the records of his opponents, I mean, he was facing Bruce Rumboldt, and this guy had 35 losses. 22 wins and 35. You have more losses than you have wins. 35 losses. I mean, his last opponent had 14 losses. This guy is certified garbage truck juice, and this is who Demetrius Andrade is fighting. This is the boogeyman of 160 pounds that people want to claim is a boogeyman? This guy? How is Demetrius Andrade the boogeyman of 160 pounds? This guy is the booty man because all of his fights are ass. This makes no sense. This is garbage truck juice. I mean, look at it like this. Mike Coppinger even goes on to state that Demetrius Andrade is expected to fight Liam Williams early next year in his mandatory title defense. Williams has looked good in his recent fights. Now, the funny thing is that Demetrius Andrade said, fights like Liam Williams and Luke Keeler's, they do nothing for his career. But you're about to face a nobody in, Dusty Hernandez Harrison and on the undercard of Gabe Rosado and Danny Jacobs. And then you're facing Liam Williams next. So you're facing 2 scrubs next, 2 Uber drivers next. And you're going to get a lot of people saying, well, Liam Williams is a good fighter. This man has never been a world champion. He's far from elite. And he's lost 2 fights in a row to Liam Beefy Smith. Stop playing. The guy is garbage truck juice. He does have some pop and power, but that's it. He's not an elite fighter. He's not a top-level fighter. He is a mandatory. But at the end of the day, if you say you're looking for the bigger fights and you're going to move up and face bigger fights, so why are you still messing around in 160 against these type of opponents? It doesn't make any sense. Demetrius Andrade, and here's the worst part about it. All of the top fighters are on his same promotional company with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. All of these guys are together. Why is Demetrius Andrade not fighting Danny Jacobs if he wants a belt at 168? That'd be a great way to introduce him to the division. But instead, he's fighting on his undercard. Fighting an Uber driver on his undercard. What sense does that make? Billy Joe Saunders is looking at facing a guy like Martin Murray next. What? Are we serious? Why is he not facing Demetrius Andrade? What's holding up that fight? I mean, come on. Callum Smith has no fight plan. Demetrius Andrade at this point has to be blamed for this because the choices he's made in his career has led to this. At the end of the day, you're on the same promotional company. You made all these decisions. This is where you landed. This guy is almost 33 years old with almost 30 wins, 29-0. And yet he does not have one significant win of his career. You got to think about it. Almost 33 years old, facing the end of your athletic prime in boxing. And your next 2 fights are certified Uber drivers? Guys who have never been world champions. Guys who have never been elite. Guys who have never seen the pound for pound list. There's no more excuses for Demetrius Andrade. He's officially garbage truck juice. If this was anybody else, an undefeated world champion in their prime, we'd be holding them to a higher standard. If this was Canelo Alvarez, he'd be getting trashed for this level of competition. But Demetrius Andrade gets a pound. This guy ain't no boogeyman. He's the booty man.